What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we got our best tier list for the King of Fighters, AFK global launch, and we got some coupon codes as well. Link and stuff for more amazing gaming content. Let's go over our coupon codes first. There is a little event they got going on with the coupon codes. They kind of got them scattered all throughout the social media. I was able to find a couple of them. I'm sure there's maybe some that I am missing, so feel free to go ahead, comment down below any of the coupon codes that I did not mention. So we'll go down here at the bottom, we'll go to settings, we'll go right here to where it says enter coupon codes. And I believe these are all capital letters. I'm not sure if it matters or not. First code is going to be KOF is back. We'll go ahead, we'll click use. Would you like to use this coupon? Confirm. All right, we got 100,000 rubies. That's gonna definitely help out with some summons. Next code is gonna be KOF AFK and then launch LAUNCH. Go ahead, we'll click use. All right, the next one is gonna be the one that I got from the forums, and this is gonna be KOF AFK forum FORUM and then the number 9 at the end. We'll go ahead, click confirm, and we get 30,000 rubies. All right, and then the last one that I have is going to be KOF AFK and then the number 0904, and I believe I got this one from their Instagram. We'll go ahead, we'll click use, and we will get 30 fighter tokens, which are basically summons. All right, my friends, let's jump into our tier list now. So I'm going to do this tier list a little bit different. Typically, I kind of go over the characters individually and you see me like drag and drop them in their respective spots. But for this instance, there is so many characters to kind of rank that I didn't want to make one of those like super duper ridiculously long tier lists like I usually do. What I did is I already have the tier list made. I'm going to put it on the screen and I'm just going to kind of talk about a few characters, a few things that I want to notice or mention by this, because there are some characters on this tier list that I've had access to because of early access that aren't even in the global launch version yet. Like if you go to the banner, the summoning banner, there's some characters that I have that you can't even get because they're not even in the banners yet. So I'm going to go over some of that stuff and everything like that. And I will make the tier list a little bit bigger. But so this is kind of how the tier list is working. This is what I've come up with. Of course, I have to mention this because, dear Lord, so many people were extremely butthurt over my tier list that I made for Destiny Rising. And for whatever reason, people don't understand that tier lists are opinionated. They're someone's opinion. And there is no tier list out there that is 100% accurate or you know what I mean? It is always based on someone's take, experience, right? So your experience might be different from mine. You might think one of these characters is better than what I think. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but basically this is how I am ranked the characters. Just so you know, again, my opinion. It's crazy that I have to stress that because people don't understand. So yeah, we got best legends at the top. So these are going to be your best legendaries. I've got Athena, Mai, Rugal. I can't even see some of these names because they're so small, but you can see them on the screen. Again, towards the end of the video, I'll make it real big so you can see it better. Then we have our S's. These are some really good reds, but I would consider them not the best, but they're really good still. I would use them. Then we have our A's, then our B's. The B's, I would say, are like the weakest red legendaries in the game, at least from my experience. These are the ones that I personally wouldn't really recommend using unless you like get them, because the game does have a reset feature. So just keep that in mind that like if you get one of these, like what I consider not a great red legendary, still level them up, but just be cautious to make sure that you reset them before you get to that point where you can't reset them. They're still not better than the reds. Like I really would still even use like the bad reds over most of these yellows. There's maybe a few yellows that are decent. If you pre-registered for the game, you get a free unique, which was this one right here, Vice. Vice is actually a really good unique, especially for early game. Is an AoE attack, does damage to all the enemies. So really good character, you know, just for early game to help you grind through like the stages and unlock content. And then the D's are kind of like the bad uniques. These are like the uniques that I think aren't that great. As far as like the purples, which are the epics, and then the blues, which are like the rares, I wouldn't use them at all. I don't even know why they're in the game. They honestly are just like useless. You're better off just sticking to the yellows and the reds. So let's go over some things that I want to just talk about right now. So for this instance, there's 3 characters right at the top that I have that aren't even in the gacha right now for global launch. That's going to be Athena, May, and then this Rugal, however you want to say this one. These 3 right here. So let me go ahead and let me switch over. I'm actually going to close this out and go into the game so you can see. This is Athena. She's really good. Early access, there was an exclusive banner for her. She is not currently even in the gacha. So if you come over here and you're looking for her, she's not even in here, so you can't get her. I imagine for global launch right now, eventually they'll probably be one of these exclusive banners for her. She is an insanely strong character. Definitely one worth saving up some diamonds for and summoning for. Skill regains 75% of her power gauge upon using her finishing skill. So pretty much it almost lets her do her finishing skill almost twice in a row. So basically an AoE attack, you know, attacking all enemies almost twice in a row because it goes up 75%. So it's basically recharged almost instantly. So really good character for that. The other one that is not in the game just yet that I have is this guy right here. If we take a look, the active skill does a bunch of damage to the target, but grants defense up level 4 to allies, including yourself. So, you know, really good defense level 4, 40% increase to your defense. That is a lot. For the ultimate ability, does a lot of single target damage, but then we also get a buff to allies. So what it does is it's going to buff the finishing skill damage for your other teammates. So really awesome. And then for the passive, it's going to increase the max HP when placed in the front row. So obviously you're going to put them in the front row to get that bonus. But really awesome, strong character, one of the top tier. As far as these 2 banners you have right now for global launch, we have Fury, Synergy, Fighter, Summon, and then we have the Kyo, however you say his name, Summon. This dude is absolutely insanely strong. I'm actually focusing on summoning in this banner to try and get him. I would definitely suggest choose one and then, you know, commit to it. You don't want to use like your diamonds going back and forth between 2 banners, because it's going to be really harder for you to reach like the pity summon system right here, to reach like the 1,000 or whatever to get a guaranteed copy. So just pick one, stick with it, and just go as hard as you can. Dump all your diamonds into it. And the other thing that plays a huge factor as well is, you know, team building. Team synergy plays a big role into this. Team building, you know, there's a lot of different content in this game that requires kind of different team comps. You're going to need a team that is really good for kind of like doing AoE damage and getting through these like campaign stages. And then you're going to need a team that's really good for like shadow training, gold rush, city of vengeance, like these little starter dungeons. But then you got like big boss monsters, right? These dungeons where you're going to want characters who are really good with single target damage. So there are some characters on my tier list, you know, that they're actually pretty decent with single target damage, that, hey, you might actually like using them in these boss battles. Just because I have them ranked at maybe a B or an A, you know, you might actually do really well, and you might find like a good combination. So definitely, like, you know, don't take this like tier list to heart. Still experiment with different combinations. I'll go ahead and I'll put this right above my camera and make this as big as I can right there, so you can kind of see it a little bit better. You can zoom in if you're on the YouTube app. You can pause the screen, zoom in, and if you want to like see everything. But that is it. That is my personal tier list. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.